Okay, are we ready? How's my hair? Is it perfect? Oh my gosh, I don't have any hair! Yeah, Daryl thought he was so funny. Okay, so I really enjoyed Daryl's video, so I thought I'd try it. Might not be much cooler though. I've been thinking a lot about his video, and as much as I love that, I do have some thoughts related to that. Okay, so I love Apple. It's a great company. I love them not because they're super innovative. I think they actually, stole most of their ideas, MP3 and smartphones and things like that. What I love about them is they are excellent at seeing the future vision of a customer and executing against that future vision. And I love the customer's response to their products. And I'm not just an Apple guy. I think that Google is probably up there too. They did amazing things with the search engine. I think that there are some incredibly promising things with Android. I am concerned about Android being just a commoditized tool. I don't think that people are all crazy excited about the new Android release. I'm seeing a lot of parallels between Android and Microsoft a few years ago, and frankly, I think if Microsoft doesn't get it together, the new operating system platform of the future might be Android. But that's not what I want to talk about. I love Apple, but I want to have our own vision for the Forge. So let me tell you a few things that I believe are kind of key talking points. But I want to talk about the Forge going forward. What is the Forge? Let's talk about it again. I did a video when we opened the Ann Arbor Forge, and I don't know if I said in that video or not that I wasn't absolutely sure what it was, but I wasn't. I just knew we needed to do it. I saw this commoditization cliff happening. I heard our people saying we need a place to go that's our space, where we can innovate and have no constraints. And we talked a lot about how the constraints that are put on them inside of a client side are difficult, if not in some situations very challenging. So we built the Forge. The Forge is evolving. I would expect that it would continue to evolve. So I want to talk a little bit about what is the Forge. The Forge is a research and development center for your brain. When companies put together research and development centers, they put together research and development centers to create products. What we want to do at Pillar is we want to create new ideas. The Forge is the intersection of vision, practice, experience, and imagination. So it's this tension between what could be and what is. You should feel, as a person going into the Forge, a little bit of tension. It'll be exciting. There'll be a tremendous amount of innovation. It'll be fun, but I really believe if you don't have some sense of tension, of trying to pull forward the future and live in our current reality, we may not be getting it. Third, it's a place where you are safe but insecure. Now think about that for a second. It's a place where you're safe but insecure. Those feel like the opposites, but we have both of those emotions. I wouldn't necessarily say they're opposites. I say they're different. You're safe to fail, but I want you insecure about who you are as a person. So I want to talk a little bit about insecure. That sounds strange. We tell our kids from when they're really small to be secure and be comfortable with themselves. But there is a part of insecurity you need to embrace. And the part that you need to embrace is if there are things that are not so good about you, you should be insecure about those. I'm not get into a personal, reflection, but, for those of you that know me, there's some things I do really, really, really well, and there's some things I don't do so well. And I should feel insecure about those things. So when you go into the Forge, I want you to deal with that, because I think some of those things, not only do they affect us interpersonally, but they affect us professionally. And I always, always, always believe we can get better and grow. And, like fine wine, we get better with time. So that's something I want the Forge to do. I want it to be a place where we're really, really safe, but there's a healthy sense of pushing us forward in our quest for really achieving what we were put on the earth to achieve. We are constrained by the world and the environment that we grew up in. And that's in the business world, personally, and I want to change those things in the Forge. It's a place where you can be comfortable with failure, but strive to be great. So again, those are things that might be juxtaposed, but I really don't think they are. I think the greatest accomplishments that we have are found through our failures. Fourth, the Forge is a radical but practical place. It's inspiring and serious, fun but challenging, enlightening but filled with shadows. It is a place for the inner you. So many of you have already taken the Right Brain workshop, and hopefully you found it to be interesting. So I don't want to be Apple. I want to be Pillar in the Forge. I want to do something significant, and I want to teach people how to come up with big ideas that change the world. I've always been encouraged to be imaginative, but no one's ever taught me how to use my imagination or how to use my cognitive functions in my brain, my right brain, when I'm in the left brain and right brain, and how all that works and how to really explore the power of the brain. And so part of the Forge is that, and part of the Forge is going to be in the emotional space. So it'll be that intellectual, emotional, chemical, physical, all that stuff. And the goal is to solve a really significant problem in the industry. So the problem that we're trying to solve is we have a huge issue. The issue is that there's so much happening in the consumerization of technology. So many devices are being connected that there's not going to be enough resources to get it all done. So we have to create ways to increase the productivity, the thought power of the people in our organizations. I think it needs to be a 10-fold increase. Some would suggest it needs to be a 100-fold increase. It needs to be exponential, that's for sure. Because in order for us to keep up, we're going to have to think differently. So that's exciting for me, and it's also challenging. And so that's what the quest of the Forge is. It's to think differently, to teach people tools and techniques for expanding their mind and revolutionizing the way that they've done things personally and professionally. There's a major void in IT resources. We experience this every day. We try hard to add people to our organization that are excellent people, that think the way that we think, have the same passions and desires that we have. But I think that we're running into a problem. Even in the global marketplace, I think that there's so much demand for services and for customers. This consumerization of technology where everybody has some kind of connected device is radically changing the landscape of the world, and I don't believe that we're going to have enough people to service that demand. So what are we going to do? We're going to go to the Forge, or someplace like the Forge. We have to figure out ways to increase our intellectual output and think differently about problems. I don't think that you actually will create tools. I think we will create ways to think about solving problems in the Forge. And that'll translate into tools, but I don't think that's the goal. I think the goal is to think about things differently and explore parts of our cognitive ability that have never been explored by us before. And I think we're going to have a radical transformation in the company. So I got some data. I had one of our analysts go and pull some data, and it's interesting. There was a article that was generated by IBM that stated that 90% of the world's data was generated in the last 2 years. Who knows if that's right? But if it is true, or even remotely true, it's a very interesting statistic. Because information is kind of the key to transformation, I believe. It also stated from Yankee Group that 80% of CIOs today say that their primary focus is improving customer service. And I believe that happens through some of the smart devices and some of the consumerized things that are happening out there. Another interesting article that was given to me was that in the next 3 to 5 years, there will be a $10 billion market in automation of things that you wear, sports equipment or smart electronics, shoes, tattoos, things that are on your body that have automation in them. So if we are having trouble finding those resources today to build the apps for today, how are we going to do that for tomorrow? I think we're going to do it out of the Forge. Is that exciting for you guys? It is for me. So let's do it. Let's figure out how to change the game. I want to be a game-changing company. I want my legacy to have something that people look back and say, wow, that was a big deal. That was really cool. But you guys are the ones that actually do it. I'm just trying to help us go the right direction, point you in the right direction. Okay? So, didn't Daryl have some humor in his? I don't think I was very humorous. I was kind of serious, wasn't I? Okay. All right, so anyway, so this is a video that I'm doing. And don't you like the background music? Isn't that cool? It's kind of trendy. I felt like dancing, but I didn't actually have the video or the music on when I did this. That was something added after the fact in iMovie. Wonderful tool, by the way. So this is a personal note to all my employees. It's 2 days before Christmas. Did I just say 2 days before Christmas? I meant 2 days before Thanksgiving. This is the beauty of doing a video. I mean, you can just stop it, make a correction, and you're good to go. So I just really want to thank you all for being part of this company. If it wasn't for you, this company would not be as great it is. I take it very seriously that you have a life balance, you have career aspirations, you have goals for your family, you have goals personally. I believe in life balance. It's very hard for me. You can ask my family. That's something I struggle with. But I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to do everything I can to point this company in the right direction. to help you go in the right direction. But I think we're onto something here. I really do. I think this Forge thing, combined with what we do as a consultancy inside a pillar, is really cool, and it's something to be thankful for. So I want you to have a great holiday. I want you to enjoy the pies that some of you got. I don't know if we got everybody in the company with pies, but that's a goal for next year. Enjoy your family, and I'm really looking forward to the grand opening of the Forge in Columbus. It is going to be one heck of a party. You gotta come. Invite everybody that wants to change the future in the Forge. So happy Thanksgiving. Have a blessed time, and let's rock the house. Signing out. Okay, am I done? Oh, I'm controlling it. Yes, I guess I am done. Hit stop here.